Hi guys, I hope that you're all doing well. Happy weekend, everyone. Now, I have seen davyjnr trending on the streets. I have seen DeeMwango giving people sleepless nights as well. Guys, before we talk about that, let us first talk about 𝐷𝐿𝐻𝐾𝐒. He has come out lamenting. Guys, he came out and spoke about that issue of the couple in Nyabohanse who were, used by this Jamaican subscriber who made them send him, their noodles and, their photos and all this stuff. So he was talking about this issue and he was saying that all reactors of Nyabohanse have these nudies. So I remember the first time he spoke about it, he said Masubo should send him those nudies because he wants to see. So he has done another video, lamenting and asking why they're not sending to him. He is also a reactor. He needs to see these nudies. He's got to, guys, hey, this mzee. For somebody like me, all I want is to know who this couple is. Anybody with an idea? I really don't care to see the nudies. I really don't. However, I really want to know who are these damn people. Like, for real. So, this old mzee, you know how they say that even the old cats drink milk? This mzee is something else. He wants to see action.
But for me, jail is not enough. I am thinking that they should be banished. They should be chased away from the village. They should be banished and go away where we don't even imagine they were existing, because they are going to spread. They're going to spread such poor manners, bad manners to our youth, to our children, to our growing generation. Jailing is not let them be banished, if at all. And I'm still waiting to actually get their phone, their nudes in my channel. I requested so that I can, because I am told so many reactors at Nyabohanse are having them. So why don't they also channel? And I see I see just the shape of, and I don't know whether that one is those are Korean.
Now, why are you all doing Mr. 𝐶𝐻𝐒 like this, huh? Somebody, Masubo, honest, send 𝐷𝐿𝐻𝐾𝐒 the nudies. He needs to see them. Guys, let us put Mr. 𝐶𝐻𝐒 aside. I have seen a video by Gintu. He has come to clarify the issue of the lost girl. Remember, I also reacted on that because they were talking about there's a girl in the village who is missing, an underage girl who was pregnant, who had been given some money to go away or something like that. And I remember I was out here saying, I hope that she's okay wherever she is. So Gintu has made sure to get this girl and bring her to the streets to tell people that, see, this girl is safe and sound and I have nothing, or rather I had nothing to do with her disappearance. Now, Gintu was out there interviewing this girl. Gintu, you should be a bit sensitive. He is asking this girl questions, very sensitive questions, right in front of the camera, and he is expecting this girl to be answering the questions. The girl had to start crying at some point, because she couldn't take it anymore. What is wrong with you, Gintu? Couldn't you have even let this girl relax? Getting her from wherever it is that you had sent her, and then now you bring her to the streets and start bombarding her with questions like this? How insensitive. And guys, they were the ones who were out here the other day saying, Gati is being told what to say, scripted, somebody holding camera, and they are the ones who are doing that. Gintu was asking this girl questions, and the father, is it the uncle, somebody who was sitting next, is the one who was answering, the questions for her. And then the girl was just repeating what the uncle has said. Why did you go away? Then the man can be heard saying, you are afraid? And then the girl says, I was afraid. Guys. Anyway, guys. It is good that this girl is safe and sound. She's back to the streets and everything. And now they are telling her to go to school. I don't know, guys. I honestly don't know how things work over there. But I feel like, especially being in the village, she is going to be stigmatized. A pregnant girl in class and everything. I do not know. I mean, I feel like they should just have let her give birth first. I don't know. Guys, tell me, what do you think? Because I feel like this girl going to school, first of all, she looks scared. She looks traumatized. She looks like she's got a lot of stuff on her mind. I don't know, guys. But this girl, to me, looks like she has a lot of problems that needs to be sorted out. She is in a day school, guys. If she was in a boarding school, it would have been better. This girl is in a day school. You have bought her everything. Gintu is here just stamping that he has bought this girl everything for school. Books, reams of paper, whatever. But this girl is saying they don't have food. So guys, you will expect somebody to wake up in the morning, with nothing in their belly, go to school, concentrate, learn, understand what the teacher is saying, come back home, no food? Come on. I feel like if Gintu really was a real G, somebody said that's the real jams. If Gintu was the real G, he'd have taken this girl to a boarding school. Because at least boarding school, there's food. Yes. I don't know how this girl is going to survive, a whole term, feeding sparsely, because she said that they only feed when the grandmother gets food. So that means if the grandmother doesn't get food for 2 days, they don't eat for 2 days. How sad, guys. There are people who are suffering out there, like seriously. So anyways, guys, I don't know what you think about this. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions, your sentiments in the comment section below. But for me, I feel like this girl should be taken to a totally different place, because wherever she was, of course, already, I don't think she'll be comfortable there, number one, because, this pregnancy thing. When you go to a new place, it's different. And then again, going back to a day school, there's no food. So you're buying me books without food. I mean, I don't know. I know you can't help somebody with everything. However, to me, the solution would be that they go, her and her twin sister, because I understand she's got a twin sister. Both of them go to, a boarding school. And since the real Jams has decided he is the one who wants to help them, then he should go ahead and do that for them. Yeah. It is what it is.
Been coming out and talking about I go straight to the point, because I don't have to meander here, but I have to hit the point here. So there's somebody talking about I am the one who lured you the money to go out of this kind of the home.
No.
Huh?
No.
So the last time we met, where were we?
At home.
At home. So the fact is the last time I bought you what? Rim peppers. And how much did I give you to go home? 100 shillings. So you can just come home.
And the kind of questions that Gintu is asking this girl, some, questions that don't even have, answers. I wouldn't even call them rhetorical questions, because rhetorical questions are good questions, just not requiring an answer. But I don't know how I can put them. But here in Kenya, we call them maswalia clinic. Or maswalia police, like when you go to the clinic, they want to ask you antenatal, that is. They want to ask you questions that, you can't even answer. You know, what time did you conceive? I mean, I cannot know if it's 12:01 or 12:28. You know, I mean, come on. Or, you know, a cop. Huh? Especially a few years back. Right now, our Kenyan cops are, you know, a bit styled up. But there's a time they used to ask you questions, you know, like, you know, they meet you on the road and sometimes they would ask you a question and you'll be like, seriously? You know, like, why are you wearing a red dress? I mean, guys, you know, something that you cannot even answer. Or it's a stupid question, you just want to give them a stupid answer. So Gintu was putting across very stupid questions to this girl, or rather, questions that this girl cannot honestly answer. Why did you get pregnant? I don't know. How do you answer that? Like, I needed some love. What? He lied to me. I don't know what he expected. But anyway, guys, on a serious note, I'm happy that this girl, you know, is safe and sound.
So the last time you came out from home, what was the problem until you went out?
Because I get pregnant.
Because you get pregnant?
Yes.
So, so you are pregnant?
Yes.
So what caused you to, so the pregnancy that lured you to go out?
Yes.
So why?
Because of...
So you are fearing?
Yes.
So grandmother or the uncles or the guardians?
Uncles.
They're gonna be doing anything?
Yes.
They can beat you.
Yes.
So did you tell them that you are pregnant?
No.
No one knew. So if they could have not knew, why did you go and then? Why couldn't you go? Grandmother knows that one?
Yes. Even them they...
That's why you went?
Yes.
Don't cry, don't cry. I know it's very confidential. Yes, I understand. But the good thing is we are here. Don't cry, no problem.
And guys, people can actually make you to become who you are not. You know, David Jr. being a generous person, you know, having that generous heart, wanting to help people. And then somebody comes, you know, and turns around and just starts talking anyhow. Talking crap. After your own son has been saved. Does this Matiko's mother realize that David Jr. saved her son's life? She knows very well that there are people who have kicked the bucket by drinking this illicit brew in the village. The noodles queen's husband is one of them. You know, Chacha's father. He is one of the people who kicked the basket in that same village because of this illicit brew. Matiko was looking like something else. He had become so desperate, guys. If you guys remember, he went to David Jr.'s place the very last time when David Jr. just said, I do not want anything to do with you. This guy was looking pathetic. It was such a pitiful sight. And David Jr. said, you know what? You cannot be dining with my enemies and I entertain you. And remember, David Jr. had been helping him. You know, giving him money for food and these other small things.
Check him.
Sasa mimi naomba tu kama unaweza kumsaidia atoke pale kwa sababu analia sana. Huyu mtoto anasema anateseka sana. Sijui kama utamsaidiaje mtoto atoke pale.
So my mom asking about anyone who can just help for the boy to be released, because he's the one that hearing the cry of the guy or the boy. He's the one that hearing the pain of his son. And at a little sense, I have never born with Matiko. I cannot have any pain for him. I cannot have the pain for the mom. I cannot feel the pain for the mom. So the only thing is whoever will be just engaged on this, just engaged. As you engage the area, just pass through the Davyjnr and take the boy outside from such kind of a session. Right now, as you heard, is just suffering, and she is just suffering than before.
Guys, this mama is so shameless. She is so dumb. And she is messing up for her child. Davyjnr it wasn't his responsibility to take this young man to rehab. Even if somebody reached out to him. Because remember, guys, it is somebody, one of his subscribers who came out and said, you know what, take this guy to rehab. Of which this same, subscriber, they fell out with Davyjnr. And then Davyjnr sent him back his money, and then he took responsibility by himself. So Davyjnr has been paying, footing Matiko's bills while at the rehab. I've heard Davyjnr say that he has spent over 2,000 USD. That is not small money. Davyjnr is building. That money would have come in handy for him at his construction. But he decided to sacrifice. Okay, fine. I understand this, mama. When somebody comes and tells you, your child is suffering, or when your child calls you and says, hey, mom, I'm suffering wherever I'm at, this, that, and the other, fine. Even if that was the case, why didn't this mama go to Davyjnr's place and talk to Davyjnr? Even if she doesn't find Davyjnr, she can talk to Congrats mom or Congrats dad. Guys, I remember very well Davyjnr going to this mama's place, Matiko's place, together with his dad. And let alone that, they know each other. They're in the same village. These papas would have spoken about this thing, and then they come up with a solution. If it's money that is needed, if it's Matiko who should be brought back home, whatever it is, they could have just come up with a solution instead of this mama causing a lot of chaos, and making the negative reactors to be talking left, right, and center about nothing, just yapping anyhow. Are they considering that Davyjnr spent his time, his resources, he invested his emotions? Remember the last time Davyjnr was leaving Mathare Hospital, how he was looking? He was so emotional about it. Guys, Davyjnr did his best. As a young man, he has even done more than many other people can do. He just wanted the best for this Matiko guy. Now, this mama has agreed to be used badly. Somebody like Mogesi, his views have not been viewing. So he has to look for some drama. And guys, if you all remember, this issue of Davyjnr taking Matiko to the rehab, they have been talking about it a lot. The government official came out to say that he had been taken to jail. Even the uniform that he is, putting on is like for the jail cells here in Kenya, the jail houses. Masubo also came out another time to say the same thing, that he has been taken to a hospital for crazy people. So many of them have been speaking about this. They clearly do not understand that this hospital is a psychiatric hospital, where they treat conditions like addiction as well. So now they failed to bring a scandal out of that. So now Mogesi decided to go talk to this mama, tell her all the negative things that are neither here nor there, so that this mama can get into a panic. And then she'll be ahead and say, hey, if that's the case, bring my son back. I want to imagine Mogesi must have gone to this woman and said, they've taken your child to jail, or they've taken your child to a place where there are mad people or something. Because guys, let me ask you a question. I heard Mogesi say that, there's money that's needed to be paid at this place. And since the money was not paid, so now they transferred Matiko to another location. Why and how? Is that what happens, guys? In hospitals? Because I've never heard anything like that. I have never heard somebody being transferred to another place. So these are the places where? A hospital? Where? An institution? What? Where? How? Mogesi should come out clear and tell us where exactly Matiko has been transferred to, because I don't think that's true. I'm very sure if he is at the hospital where he was taken, at the rehab, that's exactly where he is. Yes, maybe they may need money, that may be true. However, this whole other shagala bagala that they are trying to bring up, is just totally false. And this mother coming up to say that she tried to call davyjnr. davyjnr is not picking up, his call. Guys, didn't I see davyjnr go to Matiko's place the other day and he found nobody at home? This woman makes it sound as though, she makes it seem as though davyjnr is sort of dodging her, by saying that he's not picking up, her phone and all this kind of thing. davyjnr was actually at Matiko's place. There was nobody home. Guys, you can imagine when you're really trying to do your best to help people and people are just coming up with all these shenanigans. It is sad. And Matiko has been assisted up to this point. Isn't there anything that this family can do to now assist him further? Get him out of the rehab or pay any balance that is needed or anything or something. And also this mama. Guys, if I remember very well, when Matiko was being taken to hospital in Nairobi, davyjnr was with Matiko's elder brother or relative. But this person was, a member of Matiko's family. Also, when they reached Nairobi, there was this guy. I've forgotten his name. He works at the same hospital. And I remember davyjnr, calling him and telling him, be taking care of Matiko. At least you can know what is happening to him, be checking on him, because he works in that hospital. So this mama does not know that that particular person from their village works in that hospital, so that he can contact that person, maybe. If he doesn't have his number, he can go to their homestead and talk to their parents or somebody, in their boma to contact him in that hospital to know how Matiko is faring on, like what is going on. Yes, I know she says that Matiko called her, complaining that he is suffering, but still, what I'm trying to say is that there are many ways that this mama could have handled this situation. Instead of coming out to the camera and really negating all the good things that davyjnr has done for them. Guys, remember davyjnr paid fees, for that kid of theirs. davyjnr is drilling for them a borehole. davyjnr has been giving them money for food. davyjnr has been taking care of this family, guys. If you remember, since the time of when he was buying them, television sets, beddings, mattresses, and all that stuff. davyjnr has really been a help in this family. So this mama should have handled this thing in a very different way. She is a grown-up. She's supposed to be wiser than this. And guys, I feel like this boma, being a boma of drunken people, I'm sorry to say, they probably were just given a little money. And then they just started yapping. After being lied to. So what I can just say is that they should sort it out as their own family. I mean, David Jr. has done so much for them anyways. You know, she can do the rest now that she knows how to talk a lot. These people, guys, I remember when David Jr. went there the first time to ask if he could take Matiko to rehab. The mother was like, yes, please help our son. I remember also one time, Matiko's father saying that I am so much at peace because if Matiko was here, he would have been disturbing me. So let him go there, let him get help so when he comes back, he can be a better person. So at that time, they were talking nicely to David Jr. Like I said, guys, I understand. As a parent, if your child tells you that they are suffering, yes, you may feel a certain type of way. However, the cameras is not the first thing that you should run to and start yapping. Sort it out. There are people there in the village. I mean, guys, it's not like they're living in the city and the other relatives are not there. David Jr. is there. His parents are there. MORAA is there. DeeMwango is there. All these people are there. This woman has done wrong. I don't know how this is going to go. So let's see what happens. But I saw David Jr. talk like he does not want drama. He is tired of all this nonsense. And he's not going to be taking this crap. He has put cotton buds in his ears. And he is saying, I'm not hearing none of them. I'm not hearing none of their BS.
Even right now, people are really fighting me in this village. But what I do believe in, as long as I did my very best, I just leave it to God. Like right now, people are really fighting me left, right, center. But I don't have their time for sure, you know. And as I always say, guys, I always create videos for positive mindset. So if you are negative, I don't force you to watch my videos for sure. Imagine this is a situation whereby I helped the other family where I purchased my property, but right now they are tarnishing my name left, right, center. You know?
I'm very sorry. For me, I always focus on the positive.
I took their kid, I paid my money where he is, but right now they are trying to tarnish my name left, right, center. Imagine my own money. And you know, guys, how much I've spent? More than 2,000 US, my own money. But right now they are very ungrateful. I don't have time for them, but all in all, I feel like okay, I don't wanna like give them my energy, but it is what it is. Flow with the vibe till the end. We're going to purchase.
Today I did not sleep, you know. Today,
you didn't sleep?
Today when I reached 1,000 subscribers, I was like...
Imagine giving out close to 2,000 US to someone, you know, transport everything, taking your time just to help them. But right now, even I built them a borehole for drilling water, been buying for them food. And actually, it's not my responsibility to feed other people, you know. They are grown-ups, so leave me alone. Let me do my own thing. But God is my witness. I've really done a lot of things, but right now, they are trying to put me down.
They always say a tree with fruits.
And I wonder, when I was a little small content creator, I wasn't receiving this kind of vibe. But right now, when I'm at the top, they always, you know, I have no time for you. And my moderators, if someone bring their nonsense on my channel, please delete them, okay? Yeah, enjoy the video till the end. Thank you guys for supporting me. I really appreciate. It's very demoralizing, you know, when I start making good moves here, but people are not happy for me. You know, they always bring these dramas left, right, center. And what I decided to do, just to protect my energy, okay? We are unstoppable. We are unstoppable, guys. So
now, on that same note, guys, when somebody has a good heart, they have a good heart. Because I have seen David Jr. assisting this guy, 𝐂𝐍𝐍𝐄𝐎. I remember this guy from the party, you know, MORAA's party. This guy came, I've seen him, you know, struggle with his channel. At some point, he was not posting videos, and then again, he started posting videos. Apparently, he lost his channel, and davyjnr has helped him, to get to 1,000 subscribers within hours. Like 24 hours, or rather less than 48 hours. He came to see davyjnr with 31 subscribers, and now he is way over 1,000 subscribers, and he has also attained watch hours already. So tell me if that's not help. On top of that, guys, as if that is not enough, davyjnr has given him his own place. Remember, there's a place that davyjnr has bought, and there's a little madhouse, standing there in the middle of that compound. So davyjnr has given it to this particular young man so that he does not pay rent in Nyabohansi, so that he can develop himself. They have allowed him to plant veggies for himself, to do a little kitchen garden right outside, so he can at least get some food, So, the food cost can be cut into half. Guys, not even into half. Like in the village, if you're planting corn, you're planting veggies, for instance, you're good to go. You'll save a lot. On top of that, guys, solar has been purchased. So this guy cannot stay in the dark. There's no electricity around that place. So solar has been purchased. This guy has been bought for a motorbike, as he was overwhelmed, guys. All this is through davyjnr. Tell me, guys, if this young man does not have, a very good heart. He doesn't have to do that for anyone. He does not have to bring anybody in front of his subscribers for them to help him. But he chose to help this person. So, 𝐿, I hope you will not become like another Matiko's mom. Like, seriously, it can be so bad. I just hope that this young man takes advantage of what davyjnr has given to him, the hospitality and everything, and also for his channel. I hope that he takes advantage of this and, does content. Also, just make sure that he makes the right choices so that he can better his life. Because this is a very good opportunity. This is not something that you can take for granted. This does not come easy. This is like a miracle. Not very many people can actually do this for you. So I'm happy for 𝐿. I wish him all the best. And, davyjnr, may God bless you as you continue to do this good work. I know it is hard. Sometimes people do not appreciate. But you know what? Your reward, will come from above. God will definitely reward you. Amen. Now the Iron Lady, DeeMwango, the Empress herself, has bought land in Nyabohansi. Guys, I don't know what's wrong with people. Now that she went to Mombasa to look for land and she did not buy it, so what? She could have as well gone to Kisumu, Mombasa, Nairobi, Eldoret, Kericho, everywhere, to shop for land. Guys, before you buy something, even a house, you can decide to go to 8 estates and then you settle for one. What is wrong with DeeMwango going to Mombasa and then not purchasing land in Mombasa? What is wrong with that? So she has decided, guys, even if the land in Mombasa had title deeds, even if it was prime land, even if it was whatever, she has a right to change her mind. She has a right to decide, on where to buy land. She has a right. There are many options. There are many factors that she's looking at. She doesn't have to tell all of us, She doesn't have to tell us everything. So now she has decided to buy land in Nyabohanse, and it is what it is. People can go and eat and swallow kenyorini for all I care. But Dee has decided to buy land. She has decided to settle in Nyabohanse, the famous village. So guys, she has bought land from Murimi. Murimi, who is Anesto's older brother. Guys, I have seen Anesto come out crying, guys. Crying. Okay. Guys, has crying become, the next, the new flex or what? Is it the new in thing? Maybe next time I come to this camera, I'll come, with some ointment. Just put them, under my, my eyelids or something. And I need to cry, guys. I need to. I really do. So, Anesto has come out crying. He is saying that his brother Moremi has made the worst mistake of his life. He has sold his land. And he has sold his land to DeeMwango. How can this family be so cruel? How this family, how can this family be buying all the land, all their land, guys? This family has bought, like almost half their land now. What is he gonna do? Where is he gonna go? How is it gonna be? This young man is not happy at all. He even says that Marwa kicked out his father from the villa, but did not kick out Moremi because Marwa had an agenda. Marwa knew what he wanted. Guys, I saw Moremi that day, at the villa when people were coming to pick clothes, this consignment, this shipment of Trenchtown Grandpa. So people came to pick up clothes, and I remember Moremi was one of them. Moremi got himself a lot of stuff, And I remember him talking to Marwa, and I remember when he was leaving, he said to Marwa something to do with, I want to talk to you or something, I'm going to come so we can talk. And it sounded like it's something important. So if you ask me, I feel like Moremi is the one who is looking for Marwa, wanting to sell his land. So when Anesto comes out to lament like this, guys, whose mistake is it? This thing was, willing buyer, willing seller. DeeMwango did not force anything. Everybody, guys, each of them needed the other's service. DeeMwango needed the land, and Moremi needed money. So these two people, actually mutually benefited each other. Each one of them got what they needed, and all of them are happy. So what is the problem? This was a transaction of mutual benefit. Anesto is saying that he had told his mother that when these people will ever come wanting to buy land, I am going to take action against them. So I'm just wondering, what action can Anesto take? Guys, DeeMwango did this thing in broad daylight, in the right way. The chief was there. The elders were there. The witnesses were there. His parents were there. Moremi's wife was there. Moremi himself was there. All these people appended their signatures. Guys, what can Anesto do? As if that was not enough. We all were witnesses. All of us watched that video. And all the people who will watch that video after. All of us, the whole entire world, we witnessed that. So what can Anesto do? Guys, I actually feel his pain because at some point he said something that is very important. And this thing he said, I have seen it in my village. You know, I mean, the truth is the truth. I have seen cases where, like he was saying that his brother Morimi, you know, he has sold all his land. So later on in future, he may come to demand for his land, you know. And that I have seen happen where, like, there are 4 brothers, then one brother will sell all his land, and then years later, he will start demanding land from these other brothers. You know, yes, I have seen that happen. So I get his pain. I understand what he's saying. But then, guys, what can he do? Because Moremi is a grown-up. He is in his right mind. He is selling his stuff. What can you do about it, guys? The only thing is, when Moremi comes to ask you, Anesto, for your land, you tell him, no, you sold yours. That's the only thing I can say. Because you cannot blame Marwa and his family. You cannot blame DeeMwango for buying that land. Because, guys, this Anesto guy is putting the blame squarely on DeeMwango and her family. How about his brother? How about his parents? He cannot do that. What I can just say is, Anesto, work very hard, buy your own land. What can you do? So that you can have many pieces of land. So that if Moremi needs one, you can give it to him. Guys, you know, it is sad, but it is what it is. You cannot stop people from transacting, you know. And this thing that he is coming out here to lie, that DeeMwango gave out, you know, a motorbike in exchange for land, that is a pure lie. Moremi bought the motorbike with some of the money, and he remained with a balance of which DeeMwango clearly advised him to use very, very wisely. DeeMwango was giving him advice not to drink, not to do all these negative shenanigans in the village, and to, you know, just to be upright so he can help his family. Guys, it is sad how people want to blame, you know, Marwa and family for even their own family problems. It is sad. It is not Marwa and family who have made them to be in the predicament that they are in. If anything, I understand that, you know, land was sold so that Anesto can go to school. But what did Anesto get in school? I'd really like to know. If they know that their parents are even selling land to take them to school, they should work really hard in school. He should have gotten very good grades. He should have gone to one of the best public universities in Kenya. He should be doing something for himself. Not to be going into a house in Nairobi in the middle of the night, talking, you know, seated at a corner, crying, talking about land, this, that, and the other. Somebody should tell this young man to style up, start thinking about his own life, you know, work hard, get his own property. After all, these lands are the ancestors' lands. I know they're important, but, you know, also try to, you know, do something for yourself. Buy your own stuff. Because, I mean, it's like this is what he's depending on forever and ever. Like I said, I understand, you know, about the land. However, you know, he cannot be like this. Talking about, oh, when they will ask, you know, when he will be required to append his signature, he will not show. You know, I hate to burst your bubble, Anesto. Your signature, I don't think will be needed anywhere. Because the owner, you know, the seller of the land, who is Moremi, signed. His wife, who matters, signed. Or rather, was there. Your parents were there. They approved of it. The chiefs, the witnesses. So now, what are you talking about? Your signature to be wanted there for what? It is a pity, guys. It is sad, but it is what it is. Congratulations, Empress D. I can't wait to see this D, building that's gonna come up. I know, because she's got style. I know she's gonna come up with something real cute. Something that'll suit an empress.
What is happening right now? Okay, guys. So the boss now is Murimi. Murimi, the boss.
Hey, hi guys. Hi, good people. Thank you what you have done for us, and I'm appreciating what DeeMwango have done for me. And I bought a new motorbike.
Murimi, congratulations. Now you've become my friend. Now I'll be calling you some days. You take me somewhere, and I pay.
Yeah, and you pay.
Yeah, so that we promote you.
Without promoting me,
yeah.
My motorbike could be like
Murimi, don't sell it. Never.
Exactly.
Okay, don't tomorrow and say, oh, Ndahuria. Keep it. This will help your family.
Okay.
So guys, he sold land to me and now he has bought a new motorcycle.
You can see have the
brand new. Gitiriba, thank you for going with him.
all right.
Very on the papers.
Yeah. I'm glad for that.
Are you happy?
I'm happy. I really appreciate and let my happiness. My dad. My dad, my dad have been advising me. Why, Murimi, people are talking a lot about me. My dad advised me, why, Murimi, don't you take this place and give this young lady? And you can buy something that can help you and your family. And this today, as you can see, guys, I bought a new
motorbike.
Yeah.
New brand.
Helmet new.
Helmet new. Look, reflector new.
Yeah.
This is logbook.
Yeah.
This
is the wrist that I've bought for it.
Hey. Asante tata, nashukuru. Bohen. Alright guys, day one today we have to make sure we have a proper road for materials to go to the construction site. This is like a dream. Like I can't believe we're doing this, guys. So as you all see the road, it has a very deep trench in the middle, so we have to make sure it's levelized because the tippers have to bring materials to the site. So that's number one priority. So my uncle Mo, my brother Marwa, David Jr., and many other people who want to work on the road are here. So right now they're doing measurements so that everybody can get to know where exactly they need to work on. So yeah, creating employment also for the locals, because it will be so bad if other people come and do it. And oh, huyu?
Ako din ngapi? Yeah? Minus 194. 6, 208. 6 plus 9 is 15.
Guys, if you're here and you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and join this amazing family. And if you have not liked this video, give this video a massive thumbs up. And to my returning subscribers, you guys are the best. And to the ones who are newly subscribed, I want to say thank you and welcome. Let us meet in the next video. Bye bye.